morning world. Even though I've built a business ultimately in the fitness industry, and I've been in the fitness industry since 14 years old. So I'm 33 now. Just turned 33. I wouldn't consider myself like a fitness enthusiast. I wouldn't consider myself like a fitness influencer. You know, I really enjoy business. I really enjoy building businesses. I really enjoy business coaching. I really enjoy life. I really enjoy life coaching. I really enjoy helping humanity. And fitness, transforming your own body, creates inspiration. You know, we were watching the previous seasons and I was getting inspired watching myself get in shape. But what stopped it from being enough is I believe that the greater purpose for me is to really help humanity with the quality of their life, with overcoming some of the challenges that we all face, with getting in great shape, with conquering their own bodies, whether that might be losing 30 pounds or improving strength or being able to play golf with your grandkids. I get a lot of purpose from helping human beings when it comes to improving the quality of their life. So I feel like what stopped it was I didn't want to make this into a fitness competition bodybuilding channel. So this season, I was really gravitated towards how do I focus more on the CEO side, which just means focus more on the business side. Now, fitness, health, still very important, but that's what stopped it from making it another bodybuilding competition season, if that makes sense. Success for every previous season has been, can I transform my body? Again, the competition, getting in great shape, using all the skills that I've acquired over the last 17 years to really build a duplicate size business for Per Fitness in Las Vegas. That's really the goal. So success will be if we have a total of 100 active clients between LA and Vegas has the same amount of team members, and Vegas is the same size in terms of revenue as Los Angeles. That's really the goal for this season, is capturing the CEO side of CEO Physique, incorporating all of the attributes that you would use to get in great shape, to step on stage. So how do you take all those attributes? You know, you do 3 hours of cardio, you count all your macros. How do you take all those attributes that you would use for physique, and what are the attributes that you need to use for business to take your business to the main stage? And for me, taking my business to the main stage would be if at the end of the season, we record 7 trainers, 8 trainers in Las Vegas, 50 clients in Las Vegas. And I can look at my numbers and be like, oh, LA and Vegas are on the same financial structure, impact structure, reputation and brand structure. We're a pretty big deal in Los Angeles, and it would be amazing to build that client network, that relationship network, and that impact in Las Vegas. That to me would be success for this season. Release me from all fear of power, release me from all fear of love, release me from all fear of success, release me from all fear of visibility. I am ready. I am ready to be seen by humanity. I am ready to be supported by humanity. I am ready to be scaled by humanity. This is the era of being very authentic. You know, Michael does life. I do life. And what do I do to serve humanity the most is I coach and mentor human beings to have a better quality of life. And that really goes from relationship advice. For you, your sons are this, you didn't have that growing up from what you used to. You didn't have anyone to have those conversations with you. So you're self-sabotaging that because you're not healing that trauma. To business advice.
How much of that 1,000 do I keep in profit? How much do I reinvest back into the business, right? How much do I take 20% for personal expenses?
To health advice.
And that means conquering your body, maybe pushing back on the weed a little bit. Maybe only like, maybe even when like no one's around, like just you alone in a safe space. Make sense? Like being very intentional when you're going into that creative space. And remember that when you are in that creative space and you are in that feminine energy and you are releasing more estrogen, you're gonna get cravings. You're gonna get, women crave chocolate on their period, and your feminine energy, you crave munchies, you crave sweets. It's very similar. When you understand this stuff, when you understand it all kind of makes sense.
And that's really what I do. When I really think about what I do is I am coaching humanity to improve the quality of their lives while they're here on this planet. That's what I do. Now, I've built companies to serve that purpose. And one of the companies that I've built is Perfitness, which I've had for 11 years. And Perfitness is a team of experts that I recruit, bring on board, integrate into our systems, and they help serve humanity with health. So Perfitness is helping humanity become healthier, and if humanity becomes healthier, they have a better quality of life. That's like the most vague way of explaining what I do. At some point in the year, you forget that it's like 2026 and it just becomes like day-to-day life. So that's why when the new year hits, technically, every single day that you possibly can, make every single day count and feel like the new year. So that way you're super intentional. So like today I woke up January 2nd and it feels like January 1st to me in terms of intent. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited, baby. I'm excited. Let's get after it. Well, that's good because you can get the back of my shirt. I even wore the exclusive training shirt. This will actually be good content for Perfitness as well. Now that I think about it, but it is like a lot of it could be cross blended. So twin, he's not gonna get your face unless you want him to. So I thought you just get the quads, get the shoes.
My neck hurts, my leg hurts, everything hurts.
So, first question. This year, I really want to go to like a Harmozy event. Have you heard? You know them?
Of course, they're in Vegas.
Yes. I would love to go to one of their events, and one of my friends actually went to theirs, and they were like, "But you need to know your numbers." And this morning, I was watching a podcast from Layla, and she's like, "You need to know your numbers."
What are the taxes, right? Yes, if you do it yourself, 100% profit, but not necessarily because it's still under your business, right? So, what would you pay yourself to do that work? You can't keep all the profit. You have to what are you reinvesting back into the business? So you have to know your numbers. And the first numbers that you want to learn is like, what are your margins? If you make $1,000, well, when I make $1,000, do I need to pay for the venue? Do I need to pay for the product? What else? Like, how much of that 1,000 do I keep in profit? How much do I reinvest back into the business? Right? How much do I take 20% for personal expenses? So this is what I mean by know your numbers. Flyers, ad spend, employees, contractors. Like how much of that money? And you can start that this year. Don't worry about the past. Start this year.
Right.
Your shirt account right now should be baked out, just like mine. Zero out, right? I remember you probably.
That's great.
I'm gonna call you out. You know I keep it real with you. Crazy words. I should be losing half a pound. Yeah, get that. You better be. You better be.
I'm done.
All right, what's up? Next question. Talk to me. Give me another question. All right, Christina. Happy New Year. Let's get after it. You know your goals. You know your action plans. And I'll see you in February. And success. Nice. So this is episode 1 of season 3.
The mindset's different. We are.
And then basically here, I'm like getting back in shape again. The season 3 is all about getting in shape, right? This is the I still live in a nice condo, but this is the condo. Sit. You know what? While I wait for her, let me Zoom videos.
Of charity, of goodness, and that I am a reflection of the divine. There is nothing in me that is untaught. There is only one way to receive money and wealth in my life. And now I see there are multiple paths to wealth and abundance.
I wouldn't consider myself like a fitness enthusiast. All your macros, how do you take all those attributes that you would use for physique, and what are the attributes that you need to use for business to take your business to the main stage?
The last time people saw you, you stopped. No rollout, no explanation, no nothing. What actually happened?
So in 2024, I decided to do CEO Physique Season 4. And, you know, at the time I was with a ex-partner of mine, and I was wearing the responsibilities of being a stepfather. And at the time, I believe it would have been really exciting for everyone who watches me on YouTube, clients, friends, to see that you can run a business, get in great shape, and be a stepfather. You know, that relationship had many blessings, but ultimately didn't work out. And heavy lies the crown. So I believe when I put myself in the mindset of being a stepfather, raising 3 kids, and then that relationship not working out, it was like an identity crisis. Does that make sense? So I really left the CEO Physique Season 4 when the relationship, of course, ended, because the goal was to capture being a stepfather. So when the relationship ended, the videographers and I parted ways, and then I just really had an identity crisis where I was in a limbo. I was a bit lost on who I was, you know, what was I gonna go back to being, and I just dedicated the whole year really to healing myself, and really learning more about my internal world and what like love means to me, what family means to me, what success means to me. And that's really the main reason that the season ended. I didn't go back on YouTube, and I kind of went on a hiatus for CEO Physique. And that's basically the gap between where we are today and where we were about a year ago.
What did you lose during that period, personally, professionally, physically?
Personally,